This session of MCQ will cover checks, promissory note and bills of exchange.
Welcome back, viewers. This is our second series of MCQ, the topic being paying and collecting banker. We'll have some important questions which are going to help you in your exams. Just a day before your exam, you need to go through. So we are looking at some concepts now. What is payment in due course? Now, payment in due course means on due date, in accordance with the apparent tenor, in accordance with the apparent signature and specimen, due to sufficient funds. The answer is B, that is in accordance with the apparent tenor. Payment of check is governed by section dash under the Negotiable Instrument Act. Section 10, 31, 85, 126, section 115, 16, 17 and 131, section 131, 138, 147, 142, D, none of these above. The answer is A, that is 10, 31, 85, 126. Remember, we also went through a lot of case laws on these sections. So this is just a recap of those things. Next question. The liability of drawee of a check is to make payment when there is availability of sufficient funds, properly applicable funds for payment, required so do by drawer, and all of the above. The answer is D, that is when the sufficient funds are available, properly applicable funds for payment and required so by the drawer. So that's the liability of a drawee of a check is. Crossing of a check. Crossing in check may be on the face or back of the check, must always be between two parallel transverse lines, must be on the face of check or can be cancelled by drawer as per Negotiable Instrument Act. Answer is C, that is must be on the face of check. Next question. Promissory notes or bills of exchange and check are defined as trust receipts, judicial documents, negotiable instruments, documents of title to goods. Obvious answer is negotiable instrument, that is option C. Check is payable on demand, usance, fixed future date, after sight. Check is payable on the B, that is usance. Next question. Crossing is a direction to the bank to pay the check to the payee through a bank. So it's a drawer bank, drawer, payee, paying, passing. The answer is C, that is the paying bank to pay the check. One of the following crossing is not provided for in the NI Act. Account payee crossing, not negotiable crossing, general crossing, special crossing. Answer is A, that is account payee crossing. Acts done honestly are called as acts done without negligence, rashly, mollified, in good faith. Answer is D, that is acts done honestly are called acts done in good faith. When the holder of an order check signs on back of it without specifying the person to whom the amount is to be paid, it is called full endorsement, partial endorsement, conditional endorsement, restrictive endorsement and blank endorsement. The answer is E, that is blank endorsement. So when the holder of an order check signs on the back of it without specifying the person to whom the amount is to be paid, it is called blank endorsement. Next question. A bank on whom a check is drawn by the customer is collecting bank, paying bank, advising bank, issuing bank, confirming bank. Answer is B, that is a bank on whom check is drawn by the customer is paying bank. Section 131 of NI Act extends to protection of the collection bank, paying bank, drawee bank, negotiating bank. Answer is A, that is collecting bank. Where a customer by a letter has advised the bank directing the banker not to honor, pay a particular check, such letter is called letter of credit, stop payment letter, mandate, garnishee letter, official letter. Obviously, it is stop payment where the banker is asked to hold the payment. Next question. Forged check is a dash check, valid, invalid, post-dated, stale check, antedated check. A forged check is basically invalid check, so it's void ab initio. A check drawn for Amar or order is stolen. The thief made endorsement as Amar on the check in his favor. The check is presented in clearing paid by bank. True owner later on sent legal notice to the bank. What is the liability of the bank? The answer are four options what we look at. The paying bank will get protection. Forgery doesn't give any rights to bank, hence liable. Under section 85, the paying bank is liable. Under 131, paying bank is liable. The answer is A, that is paying bank will get protection under NI Act. You just recollect the real life situation or the case what we had covered earlier. Next question. Section 131A of the NI Act gives protection for collection of bills of exchange, promissory note, hundis, check, all of the above. Answer is D, that is check. Next question. The law relating to payment of checks and protection to a banker is contained in the Indian Contract Act, Reserve Bank of India Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, Banking Regulation Act. So, as far as payment of checks and protection is concerned, it is covered under the Negotiable Instrument Act. Next question. Section 131A of the Negotiable Instrument Act extends the protection granted to a banker while receiving payment of a check and draft, making payment of check and draft, endorsing payment of check and drafts, all of the above. The answer is A, that is receiving payment of a check and drafts. Next question. When a banker receives information that a check for collection is lost, the banker should inform the drawer, inform the drawee, inform RBI, exercise due caution while collecting the check. The answer is D. Bank is supposed to exercise due caution while collecting the check. So, we come to the end of this MCQ set. Hope it's going to help you. All the best. So our next series in this special context will be on letter of credit, bank guarantee and deferred payment guarantees.